Hi there, so my name is Matthew from MR Coaching and Consultancy, and as I usually say, MR basically just stands for Matthew Robinson, which is who I am, my name. I've got various projects on the go right now, some launched, some to be launched this year or next. Kind of in this creator mind at the moment, this creator movement, this creator energy. And just a little bit of information as to kind of what these projects are and what they entail for people that I may coach or be a consultant for in the future. So first of all, Invictus Vitality and Wellbeing, a Facebook community designed by me, and I do have my a partner of mine, business partner of mine. She's actually a musician and an artist, Alexandria Whiteside. She's travelled the world herself, currently in Australia, to return to the UK for a short while soon. She's travelled everywhere, and she's kind of, been on a similar journey to me, not through football though, through music and art. And she's going to be a host or a mediator on the moderator on the Invictus Vitality and Wellbeing community as well. And what is that? That's basically a community, a place where people can visit. There'll be posts weekly and monthly, helping people to find their Invictus mindset. So that just basically is I say just, but it's much more than this, an unconquerable soul, a master of your fate. And there is a poem by a guy called William that he did, I think, when he was in prison. And this is something that Nelson Mandela as well. He kind of advocated it and embodied it during his time in prison as well. But again, Invictus is more of a mindset to be unbreakable, to be unconquerable, to persevere in the face of difficulty, challenge, hardship, etc. The vitality part is energy. I sometimes talk about energy drainers versus energy generators, and it's about generating energy, integrating more energy, but again, generating more energy and having vitality, having zest for life, and how you can go about that. Okay, and then finally, the well-being part is just about basically being well as often as you can. Sometimes that's not always possible, for different circumstances and situations arising, loss. With that comes grief, fear, of course, some sort of feelings of low mood and depression that comes from a bunch of stuff. A lot of it comes from our own mind. It does. The neurochemistry change and whatnot. But again, these are things that are going to on the Invictus Vitality Wellbeing community. But it is a place where there will be in the future challenges on there, quizzes, polls, quotes, articles, all sorts of stuff to help people of all ages as well develop that unconquerable mindset, developing the understanding and know-how of how to create more energy in all senses: brain, mind, body, spirit, and then obviously well-being, being well, behaving well, and again, mind, body, spirit. Okay, then there is the energy and joy, the journey. That's going to be I think an ebook, something I'm working on at the minute, something that will take the form of workshops as well in the future, both face-to-face and online, so virtually, and just talking about, again, going back to the vitality element, energy drainers versus energy creators, and how to go about that better. And obviously, as we create more positive, if you like, energy, that will lead to more joy. But obviously that is a journey, so that doesn't mean that you stay there. It will go up and down, but maybe not as often as it currently is, if there's more of a downside than the upside at the moment. Certainly this time of year on the northern hemisphere, where it's winter time, the days are getting longer, but they have been shorter, certainly in terms of the darkness. That can create a lot of problems for people, certainly with seasonal affective disorder, SAD, etc. And obviously a lack of vitamin D, which is natural sunlight, which people don't get. A lot of people don't get enough of. So that's the energy and joy, the journey, the ebook kind of workshop idea. There is the one that has been published and is available, so do feel free to inquire, and that's called the Beyond Greatness Guide. That is a success guide for, again, any age, looking at principles, 9 principles actually, of being able to become more successful. Basically with this, Beyond stands for be everything you own and dream. Dreaming being the kind of the catalyst there. How to turn, you know, dreams into reality of some sort. Both on the field, if you're a football player, a soccer player, and off the field. So it's not necessarily just for footballers. It is for people in general society as well. But we do have a football version as well, a soccer version for players and coaches, basically, and parents, which is interesting. What do the pillars stand for? The principles? Well, G is for goal setting. R is responsiveness as opposed to reactiveness. E stands for embrace, embracing change, for instance. A stands for attitude. It's funny because I haven't looked at it in a probably about a week, and sometimes, you know, I have to reread them again because there's quite a few of them to remember. Attitude and ability is A. So having the right attitude and then basically realizing your ability. So not like beating yourself up and almost like, you know, oh, I'm not very good at this, when clearly you are. You just need to realize it and you know, have the confidence to own it, as it says in the Beyond side. T in the football side of things stands for the 2 things that I certainly think that are the foundation of a football or a soccer player, and that is the technical side of things, being good with the ball technically, and then of course teamwork, and certainly in general away from football as well, teamwork is really, really important, whether that might mean to you collaboration, synergizing, you know, whatever it may be, networking. Teamwork generally is very, very important, and it certainly is in football and soccer as well. That's how, you know, trophies are won. Yes, through individual brilliance, elements of brilliance, but also from teamwork, because there is 90 minutes in a game or more, of course. Then we have N in greatness, which stands for nascent, NASCENT, and that's almost a case of realizing that even if you make the mistakes, even if you relapse, even if things go wrong, even if whatever it may be that happens, you get rejected, you know, fail, whatever it may be, then every day that you wake up is a rebirth and a chance to go again, and just realize that you do have potential and you can get there, but sometimes we do fall, we do make mistakes, and we don't always get to where we want to get to immediately. So nascent is just to realize that tomorrow's a new day and we can go again. That's why that's in there. Then we've got the second E, which is exciting, and that's about your state. Of course, generally speaking, a bit like Tony Robbins mentioned, and he mentions it in all of his summits this past time when he did his time to rise summit. That is a case of trying to create excitement and energy in your body as much as possible. That can come from breathing, it can come from motivation, it could come after a situation or an event of some sort. It can come from some of your thinking sometimes. It can come from music, etc. But trying to be as exciting as possible. And in terms of football or soccer, the soccer side of things, it is a case of when you are playing, try and have as much excitement about you as you can. That's why we do the Brazilian Soccer Football Academy, the Samba, the Jinga, and trying to be exciting with the ball, making things happen. I told you about the element of surprise, individual brilliance, that sort of thing. Great teams embody this component, this principle, in form of Man City, Barcelona, etc. Teams like that, where the game looks brilliant, beautiful, and exciting, and that individual brilliance that Brazilians can create, Spanish players can create, French players can create, etc. Where that's sometimes what it takes, a bit of individual brilliance, some excitement to unlock a situation, if you will, in football or soccer terms. Then S, the 8th principle in greatness, stands for soccer, or football, of course. Soccer is something obviously that is used as a term around the world more often for the sport. So soccer is about, certainly for myself, as somebody that has written the guide, football or soccer is a sport that has enabled me to travel the world, gain skills, develop skills, change people's lives, experience culture, meet new people, so many things. So soccer is a great platform for anybody to to develop their greatness and hopefully be able to serve with greatness as well. So soccer is a massive platform, and that's why I try and promote on it as much as possible. And of course, this guide came from the idea came from the Women's World Cup in last year, where the slogan for that was Beyond Greatness. And then that's something that we used to, or I used to create this guide. And again, the World Cup is the platform of football through FIFA. And then finally, the last S, which is the 9th principle in greatness in the guide, is skills for life. And there are around 25 skills that most people need to learn and develop and hone over their lifetime in the real world. And on top of that, once you read the last principle and start to practice it, in the last couple of pages there is like an appendix of references and of different articles and links that you can use to further enrich your development and your education. So the guide is 18 pages long. It's got lots of great content in there and models and things like that. Again, for a football player or a soccer player, for a general person wanting to achieve their beyond greatness, discover their beyond greatness. It's a great guide to use. It is available in an MP4 video format, but it's also available in a PDF ebook format. If you are interested in either finding out more about it, or you want to receive it and you want to pay for it, can drop me a message and we can see about making that happen for you. And then another thing that I've just started thinking about creating today is a new ebook which is an extension of the Beyond Greatness Success Guide, and it's called the Dreamer's Formula. And bringing again all together all my knowledge, my understanding, and my experience and whatnot. The Dreamer Formula is something that's going to be quite cool. It's a little bit different to the Beyond Greatness Guide, and it isn't football or soccer related, really. It isn't. It is for just any Tom, Dick or Harry, basically. Any person. Yeah, so that's something that people might be interested in the future. And again, looking at, similar to Beyond Greatness Guide, making it available virtually and face-to-face as well. The ebook can be a resource that can be either sent to people with the package, or they can just buy it outright and use it as they please. But that's something that I'm developing at the moment, and it should be quite interesting. And again, the defining point here, the definitive point, the distinctive point is the Beyond Greatness Guide is also a football or a soccer success guide for a player or a coach, whatever, where a coach can, or a parent also can help their player by supporting them with it. But the Dreamer Formula ebook is not a football or a soccer guide. It is for any Tom, Dick or Harry, basically. So yeah, that's a little bit from me. I'm approaching 17 minutes, and I just thought I'd give a little information as to kind of the things that I've produced and that are going to be available. There's also the Suffer, Strive and Shine podcast that me and Lexi, or Alexandria, again the person that I spoke about earlier on in this video, we're coming together, collaborating, and we're going to do a podcast on how to suffer better, because we all suffer, how to strive, and how to shine, but without doing it from an egotistical point of view. So that's going to be available hopefully this year, and hopefully you'll enjoy listening to it. We're going to keep the episodes a little shorter to keep it a little bit more catchier. Lex is going to bring in some of her music and artistical kind of skills and make it quite give it a good vibe, and I'm going to bring my expertise in. We've both travelled a lot, we've both experienced a lot from all three sides: the suffering side, the striving side, and the shining side as well. And we want to bring it all together in a podcast series, hopefully as well. In addition, we can maybe coach people if they want to have that option available as well afterwards. But we want to have this information out to anybody. We have come from quite deprived backgrounds, so that's kind of, I believe that's kind of what kind of theme we're going to go with for anybody, really. We're going to, we don't want to make it too fancy or anything like that. We want to make it, easy to listen to, understand, and easy to apply and explore. So that's to come as well. So anyway, if any of you are interested in any of the things that I've spoken about, or you want some coaching or consultancy from myself, or if you're a footballer or a soccer player, you want some support from my champions, then drop me a WhatsApp message or a message on one of the social media platforms, or an email. Send one to MR coaching and consultancy @outlook.com, and I'll get back to you, and hopefully we can collaborate this year and help you in whatever way that might be. Of course, we're about to hit February, so January 2024 is about over now. We're coming to the end of that. In fact, in the southern hemisphere it's over and you're already in February, and February is going to be all about fitness with me. There is going to be a online Eventbrite workshop that's available for £11.55. You can go to my Facebook page and other platforms to sign up for that. There's only 25 spots, but there's also going to be, there's going to be 2 dates for that. There's going to be the 3 days of that from the 15th to the 17th of February from 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. And then from the 22nd to the 24th of February, a second opportunity from 7 until 9. Talking about different things regarding fitness and how you can integrate that into your life going forward. So feel free to sign up for that too. Anyway, About it, 20 minutes. Been lovely. Take care. Have a great end to the month. Bye for now.